Welcome to Spiritual Foundations for Life. In most English translations of the New Testament, the words faith and trust and believe are translated from the same root word in the original Greek. However, the use of each of these words in the English language can result in different meanings. Saying that I believe in that doesn't carry the same weight as saying I trust in that. Giving mental assent to something is not the same as a demonstrated reliance on that something. And so to believe in Jesus and to trust in Jesus, they may mean different things to us, but they have the same meaning in Scripture. However, many people say, well, I believe in the historical Jesus, but they've never trusted in him as the only means of salvation. That is the point that James is trying to make when he writes in James chapter 2, verse 19, you believe that there's one God? Well, good. Even the demons believe that, and they shudder. Although demons acknowledge God, they have no demonstrated trust in God. James chapter 2, verse 14 says, what good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? See, James is not challenging the Apostle Paul's teaching that we're justified by faith and by faith alone. James is just correcting the faulty idea that people can honestly profess and believe in something when there's no evidence in their lives to verify they actually believe in it. To those whose lives bear no resemblance to their professed beliefs, James had something to say in James chapter 2, verse 18. He said, show me your faith without deeds, and I'll show you my faith by my deeds. See, remember, people don't always live according to what they profess, but they do always live according to what they believe in their hearts. Everything we do is an expression of what we've chosen to believe. And Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, verse 6, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled, or they will be satisfied. Do we truly believe what Jesus said? Well, if we believed it, then what would we be doing? We'd be hungering and thirsting after righteousness, because those are the people that God says will be filled. James illustrates the truth that faith in God results in good works by calling our attention to Abraham, who's often referred to as the father of our faith, as in James chapter 2, verses 23 and 24. Paul uses Abraham as a prime example of justification by faith in Romans chapter 4, verse 3, and Galatians chapter 3, verse 6. James asks in James chapter 2:21, was not our father Abraham considered righteous for what he did when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? Now, it may seem like Paul and James contradict each other unless we continue on with James' argument. In James chapter 2, verse 22, he says, you see that his faith and his actions were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did. In other words, Abraham trusted God because of his willingness to sacrifice his only son, and in God's mercy, God provided a scapegoat sacrifice instead. And so Abraham's justification came through faith, and his work revealed what he already believed. His actions revealed what he already believed. James does not say that good works are essential for faith or for salvation. He teaches that our works are an evidence of our faith, according to James chapter 2, verse 17. According to James, faith can only be demonstrated by what we do. As the old saying goes, actions do speak louder than words. Suppose we were jailed and put on trial for the accusation that we profess to be a Christian. Other than our words, yeah, I'm a Christian, other than our words, would there be enough evidence in our lives to convict us of being a Christian? See, our life is a testimony to what we believe. As Jesus said in Matthew chapter 7, verse 16, by their fruit you will recognize them. Our key point is that people don't always live according to what they profess to believe, but they do live according to what they truly believe. Our key verse, James 2:18, show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds. God bless you. See you tomorrow for another episode of spiritual foundations for life, we look again at faith.